recovering from an injury is something that almost every athlete faces. There's a couple things that I focus on with injury prevention, and that's my second book. So, because I realize it's such a hard thing that almost every athlete faces. So, for the first thing, I mean, a couple of things that I would say to help a devastating injury or recovering from it is you just got to handle the basics first, like handling the pain, handling the inflammation, handling the rehab. Like you've got to get those basic things handled, and with that, you're going to go through a grieving process. So just I think sometimes being aware that it's a death to a part. It's the grieving process from Kubler-Ross came from a death of a loved one or that you experience, but it actually happens when you have an injury. So just allowing yourself to go through this grieving process, look at it, identify where you're at on the grieving cycle. Are you in anger? Are you in denial? Are you in acceptance? And you might cycle through it. So again, just being aware, nothing's wrong with me because I'm, in denial or angry about this. It's just normal. And the other thing is I help athletes kind of, I said turning injury sadness into gladness or injury madness into gladness, because look, this is what happened. And I kind of have that attitude like, then this is what there's something that's meant to be for us in this, and we can learn a lot from it. So instead of having the attitude like, I wish it never happened, it's happening and it's happened. So it's kind of like, what can I create from this? So I even have athletes look at creating what I call a minor. So your whole life, you're training, and you have no time to do anything else. It's like, now you have a little bit of time to like devote to it. Maybe you want to study photography, or you want to learn website design, or you want to learn a little, or it can even be another aspect of your game. So if you're a swimmer and you're really strong at one stroke, let's focus a little bit on a stroke we're not as strong as that maybe you can do. Anything you can do, right? So in gymnastics or in football or, ice hockey, whatever it is that you're training, like, is there an element to your game? Flexibility, like I can really focus on my flexibility at this time. And then you'll see when you get back to your sport, it's like, man, kind of thankful that happened, because now look how strong this aspect of my game is. Or I really got to learn this thing that once I retire from my sport, I now have this other thing that I've learned or created or can do thanks to that injury. So it's just kind of something to look forward to with that injury or another element of your game.